In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, peace be upon you. Who gives chemical weapons to the terrorists, or any weapons for that matter? I was watching the video indicated on my slide. Putin states he did not believe Turkey brought down the Russian plane in 2015. In this section of the clip, he says there were provocateurs there, but they were not from Turkey, and we know them and who they are. So he talks about provocateurs as in the image that I've displayed. He talks about Idlib not being, Idlib is a place in Turkey, not being completely under the control of Turkey. He knows there are Satanists trying to divide and conquer. And if you watch this video, you'll be able to read it, if not understand the Russian language. When I was being told by mainstream media that Turkey was supporting terrorists and challenging Russia, I knew I wasn't hearing the complete truth. Now I know back in 2015, I was right to think what I was thinking. Putin has confirmed this. And as I've said in previous videos, this knowledge of the truth comes from the creator of the universe. It comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But you have to try to live a holy lifestyle in order to have the truth come to you. Here I've shown another section of the video, and in here Putin highlights how someone is trying to destroy relations between Turkey, Iran and Russia. And he says that he knows who this someone is. And I know who this someone is. It is the Western Gog and Magog anti-Christian satanic Khanzir. This someone attacks relations between all countries, including Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, Libya, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and China, and so many other countries across the world. And that is the role of the devil. The devil is about dividing people, dividing couples, dividing families. That is what the devil is about, division and hatred. And I implore you, you cannot trust Westerners, even if they appear to be on your side. It's unfortunate, but they make amazing spies. And this isn't because it's their fault. I'll explain on the next slide. The reason why they make amazing spies is because the Western gutter elite have highly developed mind control techniques, and they've done very cruel experiments on adults and children, prisoners, soldiers, pop stars, celebrities, everyone. They have done terrible experiments, and you can learn more by simply researching it on the internet. So they have people working for them, and sometimes those people, those women or men, are not really completely in control of their own thoughts and ideas. And they're just like machines reporting back to the CIA or any other secret services organization in the West. Now, this is a previous RT news report. We are being told the weapons found amongst the terrorists are from Saudi Arabia and Turkey. Now, I believed in 2015, and I believe now, these countries were being framed by the West to continue this entire divide and conquer agenda. And Putin suggested in my second, as I showed in my second slide, that there was an element that was trying to destroy relations. US, UK, Israel's mercenaries are hiding out inside Saudi Arabia and Turkey and then bringing weapons from there, trying to frame these countries. Now, here we have a report from 17th March 2018, which I believe was yesterday, if I remember rightly. In this report, the Russian Ministry of Defense warns of a false flag chemical attack which will be blamed on President Assad. Now, the devil inspires impatience in people. So the Satanists have become impatient, and they're coming out and showing who they are in the open. They're showing their filthy, bloody hands, and they're struggling to keep things a secret now. Here I've taken an extract from a written news report so that you can pause the video and read it for yourself. And here is the lower part of the news report, which I will read a few lines of. So, the Russian Defense Ministry says that we have reliable information at our disposal that US instructors have trained a number of militant groups in the vicinity of the town of Atanf to stage provocations involving chemical warfare agents in southern Syria. It goes on to say they are preparing a series of chemical munition explosions. This fact will be used to blame the government forces. Further on it says, the planned provocations will be widely covered in the Western media and will ultimately be used as a pretext by the US-led coalition to launch strikes on Syria. Further down it says strike groups of the cruise missile carriers have been formed in the east of the Mediterranean Sea, Persian Gulf and Red Sea. So Lavrov says US, British and French special forces are directly involved in the Syrian war. So although they tried to blame Saudi Arabia, they tried to blame Turkey, they're exposing the truth themselves now, who they really are. This is how the devil tries to hide, but it can't help but expose itself. via the passage of time. I would like to read from the Quran, chapter 3, verse 119. I'm going to read Yusuf Ali's translation, or should I say interpretation of the verses, but you can read the rest yourself if you like. Ah, ye are those who love them, but they love you not, though ye believe in the whole of the book. When they meet you, they say, we believe. So these are the lying Western Gog and Magog Satanists. They claim that they believe, but when they are alone, they bite off the very tips of their fingers at you in their rage. Say, perish in your rage. Allah knoweth well all the secrets of the heart. And really, Allah does know the secrets of the heart. Allah knows that the Muslims in the Middle East and Pakistan and India and Bangladesh, they love the Gog and Magog anti-Christian satanic Western Khanzir. They did not appreciate that they are evil Satanists. They did not appreciate, they did not believe. They thought the Western gutter elite and the Western people in general were our brothers and sisters in belief. That is truly. Now, the Muslims are accused all the time of hating white people and hating non-Muslims and wanting to kill them, but really the Quran reveals the truth of what we feel, and I can see it in the way Muslims behave, you know, and the way my sister, she was trying to move in and fit in with the non-Muslims, and they didn't want to know, and it became a bit of a joke. We laugh about it, and I make fun of her, and she doesn't mind that you wanted to move in with the white community, and the neighbours didn't want to know you. They left. They sold their house and left because they have this hatred. So I pray Allah guides you, protects you, and gives you peace. May Allah guide the Satanist, Antichrist, and the devil to the straight path. My definition of Antichrist are the Western anti-Christians, the Western Gog and Magog, anti-Christian, satanic Khanzir who want to kill and murder and blame Muslims for their own crimes. I pray that the ultimate success be that all creation unite for truth and justice. I pray that Allah grants us guidance, grants us forgiveness. I pray that He makes the children a source of peace for the parents and the parents a source of peace for the children. And I pray that Allah makes me a source of peace for all. And may I achieve martyrdom by defending the vulnerable. Allahu Akbar. God is great. He is the greatest. And Allah Hafiz. May God protect you.